Benzino calls out Busta Rhymes for doing a music video with his daughter. He said, "Don't do no video with my daughter half naked." His daughter's like, "Please stop talking about me in your interview. Stop using me as clout. I'm not your clout kid." That's the word that she used. One, do we think Busta Rhymes should have asked her to alter her outfit or something, or been like, "I'm not comfortable with you wearing this on set," or how? Like, who was wrong?
Ask. See, I think you asked. Great question, by the way, but I want you to reword it because I see Juju's face. Ask if you were Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
Would you do?
If you were Busta Rhymes.
If I was Busta Rhymes, first of all, my daughter, like.
No, it's not your daughter. It's a peer's daughter.
Yeah, it's your raised daughter.
So I don't know if Busta's cool with Benzino.
It doesn't matter. I'm asking you if you were Busta.
Still your peer.
So even if it's my peer, like if Busta's not cool with Benzino, how we know Busta wasn't just being petty? Like just being petty was like I don't.
But let's assume he wasn't.
Right.
Oh,
Let's assume that everybody in here is coming in straight up and just handling their business. And you're Busta Rhymes. Do you tell?
I'm not her dad. So
great
I'm
position.
not her father, so I can't tell her. Oh, like we did a record together, and if this is how she decides she wanted to represent herself in a record, like we're not on camera doing sexual acts. She just happened to show up this way, and I'm not.
So
her
your
father.
answer is
yeah, like
you're not a father, so you're not gonna say nothing.
I'm gonna hit Benzino and be like, I'm gonna hit him, and be like, hey, bro, chill.
So you gonna hit him?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, chill.
So
Like I wasn't like I never tried your daughter. Like I didn't try her. I didn't do nothing disrespectful. She showed up on set like that. Maybe you should think about how you parent children next time.
Ooh, you cannot.
And then I really spark some shit up.
Okay.
But like,
No, listen.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Listen, don't stop. I love it.
yeah. So like, I'll just be like, bro, like you gotta like you have an insecurity because how you parented your daughter.
Ooh.
He keep him below the belt. Okay, let's go to Jack. I love it. Jack. If you're Busta Rhymes,
if I'm Busta, would I check in with Benzino about being in the video?
how would you handle it? Period.
How would you? Yeah.
It's kind of hard to answer that because I kind of know Busta and I know he's not
Even better, makes
he's
it
not
better.
a disrespectful.
But that's why
course.
Benzino lame himself
That's-
for not calling him.
That's what
Calling
I'm
instead
asking
of
you.
getting
That's
on-
what
He's not a
that.
disrespectful
Now I
person.
can take that.
He
Now,
lame
I'll
himself
take
for
that.
not.
I think he don't feel like, or he didn't feel like he owed him an explanation, but he's not a disrespectful person. He
Hold
has
on.
daughters.
So
I'm
you
a
are you
grown-ass
answering
artist.
the question?
I don't think he was totally wrong for not calling him.
Yeah, he should.
Okay.
I'm a grown ass artist with my own career on my own music set, and you're gonna call my father because of my outfit?
It's not even that. I mean, they're peers. In
That's
some
why I
aspect.
get it, but
so it's kind of
you
different.
wouldn't call
but
my
then
dad.
they're-
Do you think
they're-
Steve Harvey called? Do you think did he call Steve Harvey when he was dating Lori Harvey?
Probably
Wait,
did.
that was a rumor.
Come on.
No.
You know Puff Rip.
So like,
She was dating Justin though.
Hold on.
Wait,
And he
okay.
ripped too.
All right, no, we're not gonna. Okay,
But I'm just
skip.
saying,
Okay,
like-
so here's my thoughts. My thoughts is that
Taylor Swift is who y'all try to make Lori Harvey out.
okay. So here's my thoughts. I think it's very loaded. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's very loaded. I think it's one of those things where it's like, because it's so loaded, I wouldn't even have done it. But because I did it, my question is does Busta allow his grown daughter to dress like that in the video? That's the first question, right? Now, I know you're going to say, well, that's not his daughter. He raised her that way. But if you raise yours to be different, then you should keep mine with the same line that you keep yours, right? Like,
but I think they but the thing is too, like they're both grown, so I can't.
but here's what I'm saying. So I never forget, and it's a true story. So I looked up my uncle who moved us to New York, from New York to Atlanta. I looked up to him my whole life. He went to jail when I was 13, and he came out when I was 17. And I remember when he went to jail, and by the way, I don't want nobody to think I'm talking negative. This is years ago. I love my uncle. But I remember he got out of jail and he was doing some shit. He was like doing some, like illegal activities, like, and he would let me do it with him, but he wouldn't let his sons do it. And I never forget, I was like, his sons ain't doing it, but I'm doing it. And that made me change, like, this is like before I wanted to be in the music. That made me change my whole perspective on how I saw life. Because I'm like, damn, like, he wouldn't let his sons go in Walmart and do the shit he got me doing. So that's when I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it. Because I know he wouldn't do that for his son. So I give you all that to say that, in my opinion, if Busta is the type of person to tell his daughter to put clothes on, he should tell his friend's daughter to put clothes on.
But you think he would have been? You think Busta?
I don't think he would. I think Coi would have respected it because I believe that Coi obviously is an artist who wants to push buttons, but I believe that the reason why Coi disrespects her father in public the way she does is because of shit like that. Like, I believe that if Busta said, yo, sweetheart, I know your dad since you was a little kid. I don't mind you doing that when you're on your own thing, but when you next to me, can you do something different? I think she would have looked at it like, damn. By the way, Tamara, it goes back to what I've said on this same couch in the same seat. I don't like talking to dudes' girls because of that same reason. Like, I don't want you talking to mine, so I don't want to talk to yours.
But then once you look at it from a perspective too, like Coi, part of her brand is like literally like she's always half naked.
Okay, so I'm asking you a question. Let's ask a question. Do you think if Kirk Franklin called Coi and said, I want to put you on my new song,
she's gonna show up?
Coi's gonna show up like that? No, she's not. And that's my point. There is a what Benzino really is doing, which I love, is Benzino is speaking from a father's standpoint. Because let's be clear, none of us have a kid old enough to do that. But my daughter, if Miyoki was 18 years old walking like that, like I would be fucking ashamed.
Yeah.
And I would like, and I'm being honest with you, I would want to go hide my head under a rock if I was.
But you would be more ashamed. You would be.
Yes.
But
I don't want my daughter to. If my daughter feels like her value isn't showing her body, I did a bad job as a father.
But that's why you would be ashamed.
What's the artist today you wouldn't mind?
But Ray, it's common knowledge that Coi has said that Benzino was not a good father. So like now he's trying to make up like the thing is.
But that's her perspective.
But this is the thing,
Here's the thing. Here's also important thing to say is that we all have been raised by our parents, right? All of us have, right? I'm pretty sure that none of our relation with our parents was always squeaky clean.
Right. Correct.
Nobody relation. So there was points in times where my mom, I never get my mom took my check, and I couldn't stand her. Like I'm 17, I'm 16. I'm like, why the fuck my mom? Like, but when I was 21, I still didn't like it.
She was taking your whole check, or just?
Well, she was taking a percentage of my check.
To help
like when I got my first paycheck when I worked at McDonald's, my mother took my check, but my friend's mom let them keep their check.
Right.
So that always bothered me. But until I got about 27, 28, and then I was like, glad my mom did that because I'm so used to working, knowing that I got to take care of other mouths, that I work hard with other mouths in mind. Meanwhile, my friends who mom let them keep their check, them niggas don't know how to survive because they mom was like, that's your money is yours. And when they get kids, they like, what is my money? Well, your mom, it's not your mom raised you that way. So my point is that Coi probably is not at the age yet where she could appreciate her father. And that goes for anybody, Tamira. Like, and the only person that's smart enough to know that is a person like Busta, who is a grown ass man who has kids in college, who have grown kids. So he understands, and he also probably went through his own growing pains with his parents. So I get what y'all saying, but I'm saying at some point in time, adults have to come in the room and show the kids that there's a difference in separation of adults. And I think if Busta would have took, and it's a moral thing, has nothing to do with business, so Busta wasn't wrong business-wise. But I think if I'm Benzino, and I see anybody that I came up with, even though I ain't cool with them, and they got my daughter next to them dancing.
It was cringy.
That shit was, that shit, like I feel the same way. So, it's how you look at it. If you look at it straight business, I get it. But if you look at it from a father standpoint, which I think we need to do more of that in this society anyway, is like I always say I wouldn't tell an artist nothing I wouldn't tell my child. I wouldn't give nobody advice that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't give nobody advice that I wouldn't do. If I wouldn't do it, I wouldn't ask you to do it. So
here's my question.
And we see, and Busta don't play, my nigga. We seen the girl grab his ass and him throw a drink on her. Like Busta don't play, my nigga.
What's the difference? What's the difference in Benzino dating somebody the same age as his daughter?
Ooh.